Hello and welcome. This is Amir Lahiji live from Los Angeles. Okay, it's fine. Relax. Definitely. Absolutely. You're right. We are going to talk about anger and aggression. So, oh, absolutely. You can send your messages. Go to our chat room and send your messages, questions, anything you want. I'm here for you. And the good news, Dr. Mitra Khorramshadi, psychiatrist and psychologist. Oops, sorry. So, hello and welcome. Because I mentioned both of your degree doctors.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. Thanks for asking.
So, looks like I have your audio with the other line too. I can
Oh,
hear you
interesting.
from both sides. Yes. So, let me just adjust something. I'm here. Hello. So, Dr. Khorramshadi, uh, what's what is anger? What's aggression?
Interesting. We started from the definition of each one. I
Yes,
should tell
please.
you that, I should tell you that, anger is a feeling. It's a, negative feeling, but it's a feeling. We do have a many type of, feelings that yeah, sometimes they are pleasant, sometimes they are joyful. We enjoy to having them. We like to having them. But sometimes we do have some part of feeling or some type of feeling that it's not really pleasant. We call it as an unpleasant or negative feeling. So anger is one of the feeling, but
Mm-hmm.
aggression is the action, is the
Yes.
behavior,
Mm-hmm.
and the behavior it's sometimes we are allowed to show the type of the behavior which is the aggression based on the context of the a situation in a degree, but not very high and very aggressive towards other people. Then the only thing that I have to tell you that aggression is a type of the behavior that we need to manage it. We have to control it, and as you know that we do have a lot of anger management classes and their anger management courses,
Mm-hmm.
and the people sometimes they get frustrated
Mm-hmm.
to control and manage this type of the feelings. Yes.
Okay, very good. It's clear. Anger is feeling. Aggression
Yes.
is action. And so,
Absolutely.
so I'm ready. Let me. So, what is biological aspect of aggression?
Interesting. As you know that any type of emotion and feeling and behavior comes from the biology, comes from the
Mm-hmm.
neurotransmitter, comes from a lot of chemical in our body that associated with the release of the neurotransmitter from the top to the bottom of our body. I should tell you that the majority of the time they call the testosterone as a hormone of the aggression. We know that testosterone is a male dominant hormone, and testosterone causes a lot of secondary sexual characteristic in the male. And well, I have to tell you that both women and male, I mean men does have the testosterone, does
Mm-hmm.
have the estrogen and the progesterone, but in the different level. So if you are a male, you do have more testosterone and lower amounts of the estrogen and progesterone. But if you are a female, you do have the higher level of the estrogen and progesterone and decrease level of the testosterone. So basically, each individual does have both testosterone, estrogen, and progesterone, but the level is significant in different individuals.
So,
So I was,
I'm sorry.
that's all right. I'm so glad you're laughing in anger. Okay.
Because when you're talking about testosterone and you said this is a hormone of anger, right? And if it's a female is always angry with aggression, there is a higher testosterone, right?
I'm gonna explain it to you. Yes. Well, I should tell you that there's a difference between aggression in male and females. Yes,
Oh, okay.
absolutely. But let me finish with the different
Please.
type of the hormones and neurotransmitter that are associated with the anger and aggression. So basically, I was talking about the testosterone as a major hormone, a major neurotransmitter that associated with the aggression, especially with the male, characteristic. So we know that testosterone as a male dominant hormone. And we
Right.
know that there is a lot of, sexual characteristic associated with the testosterone. And we know that, majority of the time, muscle builders, athletic are trying to have much more testosterone because what? Because testosterone is responsible to produce and make muscles. So there is a direct association between the level of the muscles that we do have and the level of the testosterone that we have in our circulation. So actually, I should tell you that when you are seeing a guy muscle a lot of height and weight, I mean in a very proportionate way.
Okay.
We have to know that with a white face they do have much more testosterone and they are more prone to show the aggression. So that's the reason that we do have more aggression dominant between the male. But it's not 100% that male does have the aggression and female doesn't have. I have to tell you that male and female shows their aggression in a different way. Sometimes you are talking to an aggressive man and you see that there is a lot of physical aggression, but when you are talking a woman, you see that there is a bad talking, there is a kind of passive behavior, there's a lot of gossiping. So these are type of passive aggression that usually seen in the ladies and females. And another hormone, another neurotransmitter that associated with the aggression is the serotonin. Serotonin, we know that is associated with the anxiety, associated with the depression, associated with the feeling, and the decreased level of this serotonin cause aggression. Decreased level of the serotonin. When we are talking about the testosterone, I said that high level of the testosterone cause the aggression, but about the serotonin, I'm saying that decreased level of the testosterone. I mean, serotonin cause the aggression. So basically, majority of the time when the people are anxious, nervous, edgy, irritable, they do have more prevalence to show the aggression or aggressive behavior.
Okay, very good. So, what is psychosomatic? I'm reading my question this time. I'm just okay, honest. Honest.
Okay.
Okay, don't be angry. Don't be angry. Okay, relax.
I'm very patient.
Yeah, of course. I'm just trying to make a joke, but it doesn't work. Sorry. So,
That's all right.
yeah, what is a psychosomatic perspective of anger and aggression? Good question.
Yes. Well, I should tell you that we have the anger since we come to the world. I mean, a child get anger by crying, shows the anger by crying, or a little bit, when they are 5 to 6 years old, they showing the tantrum, irritation, irritability in the behavior. Or when you get a little bit in the elder, we do have the different method to show our aggression. But we have to know that age is the most important factor that dealing with the level of the agitation and aggression. When we get a little bit older and elder, we do have a lot of comorbidity. We do have a lot of diseases. I mean diabetes, hypertension, you name it. We are getting a lot of medication. So basically, because of the drug-drug interaction, because of the comorbidity that we do have, underlying diseases, cause the decreased threshold of the anger. So if I tell you that, for a normal person that have enough sleep, a good, healthy diet, exercise, listening to the music, and work in a very good, comfortable area, if the level of the threshold is 100 for the people that they do have lack of each parameter that I was explaining to you, the level of the aggression, the threshold will decrease. So it means that, with the little impulses, with the little, pulses coming to you, you are showing the emotional and you are showing the physical aggression, which sometimes you are holding yourself, but sometimes you are showing your reaction to the other people. So I should tell you that, a social aspect or somatosocial aspect of the aggression will, appear on our physical health. So if you do get angry most of the time, if you get irritable most of the time, if you have a minimum threshold to handle all of the stress comes to you, you're going to get sick. You're going to get diabetes. You're going to get, a headache. You're going to get hypertension. You're going to get, a stroke. A lot of stuff is, as a negative aspect coming to your health, status. So what I'm trying to explain that, when you are trying to get angry towards the person, you should know that if you get angry, for example, 100 units towards someone, you get 200 units of the anger and negative emotion and negative pulses towards your circulation and your body. So it's not really healthy to show the aggression, but it's okay to have a feeling. You feel sometimes upset, you feel irritated, you feel sad, you feel angry, but you should be able to manage it and control it.
We are going to manage that part. But what's the social culture angle of it? That's a very interesting part for me.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I should tell you that, the majority of the time when we are getting the history from our patients, especially for the teenage people, they are very comfortable to fill out the application, to fill out the survey, and answer all the questions by the internet. I mean, when no one physically is present in front of them. So if they want to write the answer or, reply the question, whatever they feel at that moment, they bring it up. I mean, when, a person is, for example, YouTube comments, read, whatever happening in the YouTube, you see that a lot of, inappropriate words coming as a comment in the YouTube or any type of, movies or any video clips.
Yeah, in social media, there is a lot.
Absolutely. But if you see that person in front of yourself, I mean, face to face, there is a lot of, barrier. There is a lot of, stop sign for you. You are holding yourself not to say a word because you are seeing a person in front of you. But this is, exactly what is happening in our society, in our culture, that when we are not seeing a person, we don't have that connection with that person. We are seeing a person as a sign. If you look at the YouTube, you do have a comment with a sign. It means that your email address or whatever, you have a picture, but it's not a physical appearance of a person that I can connect it with you directly. So basically, I'm trying to tell you that, the level of the aggression in social media will increase when, people are not able to connect and not to see the, real person in front of them. So one of the way that we usually try to get the truth and, without any personal information from the client, from the patient, or from the, especially teenage girls and boys, We are
Mm-hmm.
trying to ask them to fill out the survey or question by the internet because they are more comfortable and they bring up all is really happening in
Wow.
them in that moment. Yes.
Wow. Wow. So, how we can manage the aggression?
Interesting. First of all, we have to have the awareness. We have to know that this is a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So it's come and go. I do remember that, many sessions ago, we were talking about the feelings, and I said that, the level of the neurotransmitter rush in our circulation, in our brain, is going
Mm-hmm.
to happen only 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
90 second or maximum 2 minutes. But the effect of this feeling will continue for a long period of time. So
Mm-hmm.
if I do have the awareness regarding that, it's okay. I do have this feeling. And I do have the right to have this type of the feeling, frustration, or a negative effect, but not showing as an action. This is the 50% of the way. But just imagine that we cannot handle it. We cannot manage it. We do have a
Mm-hmm.
saying regarding that: handle it before it handle you. I mean, you should be able in the charge. You should be in the superior of everything to be able to control everything. So if you cannot, they will handle you. They will control you. And I was explaining that you're going to get sick. Um, how we can manage our anger, how we can manage our aggression. First of all, we have to know that these are coming and going. It's
Mm-hmm.
not gonna stay forever for me. So I should deep breathe in. I should be able to take out myself from that context to another context by meditation, by deep breathe in, by relaxing my muscle, losing up myself. So, or at least get out of the situation or the location that I am.
Mm-hmm.
I should go for a walk. 2 minutes walk will help me, and looking the sky, paying attention to the beautiful bird is singing, something that makes me get out of that context, out from this location to another status of the mind. This is the most important thing. And if you pay attention to many sessions ago that I was explaining that neurons that are firing together, they are wiring together. If you practice be angry, agitated, and anxious, nervous, these neurons get connected to each other. It's going to happen more and more often to you. But if you put a stop sign and saying that, oh no, I'm going to make a changes, I'm going to make a differences. So you are not saying that, based on this type of the behavior, I'm going to show this type of the behavior. So
Mm-hmm.
you're going to, make a shortcut in the circulation, and you're going to destroy the vicious cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And the best way that I can tell the other people, write it down exactly what makes you angry, and tell yourself that, is that really the volume that I should show this type of the behavior? Is that really the other guy deserve this type of the behavior because he said this or he did that?
Wow. So, but usually, in general, people, when they are in that stage of the anger, they are going with the flow. So,
Absolutely.
all of this you mentioned, people should do it when they are calm, relaxed. Just make a note and make a list, right? So,
Absolutely.
uh, we have a couple questions, and three of question is same. Is it genetic?
Absolutely, yes. I can say that everything associated with the genetic and epigenetic. What is the genetic? Our genes, our chromosomes, are
Mhm.
the information that we are carry on from one generation by another generation. I have 50% genes of mine from my mom, and 50% of genes from my dad. So absolutely, genetic always is in the picture. But we
Okay.
do have the epigenetic. Epigenetic is a kind of, key in the, building. When you are entering to a building, it's everywhere dark and you cannot see anything. But if you press a key on and off, the light will come and you will see that what's going on. Epigenetic is about the methylation and acetylation. Methylation is a stop sign. It says that, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to make this protein. I'm not going to send these messages. But acetylation is activation, means that the light is on and the process is going on. So by epigenetic, I can change everything. Epigenetic talks about the material that I can change and I cannot change. What I can change in my life is my diet, is the level of my sleep, is my social habits. But what I cannot change is my ethnicity. It is my age. It is, my gene chromosomes that I'm carrying on. So yes, 100% all the time we are carrying on genes, and we are showing the behavior based on the genes and genetic and epigenetic.
Okay, so but it's fixable, right?
Yes.
So when my wife walking my nerve, I cannot stop myself and I, show my anger. He is one of our good viewer from Paris. Okay.
Hello, Paris. I wish I was in Paris.
For quarantine time, I'm sorry, everywhere is closed.
Absolutely.
Stay
You're right.
stay safe in New York. If you want to go
Yes,
somewhere,
I
come to
know.
Los Angeles.
Anyway, your question is that, when I do have a partner, a majority of the time we do
Yeah,
have the interaction.
people, get, something happened, they feel angry, as he said, so in this case, I know you already said about that 2 minutes,
That's
but
all right. But I can say it in another way regarding that. Is sometimes we can change the translation and interpretation of the words that we are hearing. Some people are trying to make a connection with you, trying to start, a conversation with you, but they don't know how and with what type of the words, it's a red button for you, or what type of the words is the, yellow button for you, or sometimes is a green for you. So basically, I'm trying to tell you that it's better to ask the people regarding that, honey, do you mean this by saying this statement? Do you mean that, I should do this, or I supposed to do that? Means that when you are asking the question, the, other person, the other individual will understand that, oh, maybe I said in a different way, in a different tone, and the other person received it as a messages in different meaning. So sometimes we don't mean to hurt other people, but we are using the words that, is not 100% correct at the context, or it's not 100% correct based on the, psychosocial effect of the other, person.
absolutely right. Yeah, communication is very important, and the skills of communication is very important. And sometimes it's between two different people. You have a coworker from different country and with a different culture. Sometimes the first language is not English. There's a lots of misunderstanding. This key is very important to ask that person. You don't need to say always honey to your coworker. You can say I know. So is it I know we're talking about anger and I'm all the time laughing, so maybe I should be more serious. And now, so but I don't have any anger feeling. What should I do? But the topic is important because we can lots of people there, during this quarantine time, they temper is higher, and they you can see the aggression right away.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Yes.
and so, any suggestion for people during
Yes.
this quarantine time?
Yes.
So, please.
Yes. I should tell you that we are individuals, unique individuals. Each one is unique. No one is close to each other. I mean based on the neurotransmitter, neuroconnections, brain activities. No, we are absolutely different. The muscle of the heart in your body with the muscle of the heart in my body is the same. I mean the kidney in your body is the same as the kidney in my body, but my brain is totally different from you. My neuroconnection is totally different from you, and each individual are different. So basically we have to know that this is a very big statement. When I'm totally different from you, I should hear you, I should respect you, and I should understand you. And the beautiful aspect of the life is that to understand the differences between all of the groups, subgroup, species, humans, any individuals, and then respect this type of differences. I should tell you that hemisphere in men and women are totally different. The connection between these two hemisphere, I mean the corpus callosum between the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere, is totally different in the male and in the female. So it's not that we are all human, means that there is one prescription for all of us. No, we do have the different individual, different type of personality, different type of the understanding, different type of interpretation. And the beauty of the life is that to see, to hear, to understand all of these differences and respect all of these differences for the communication and relationship.
Dr. Khorramshadi, I heard you said our kidney is same, our heart is same, but you don't mean exactly the same.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
We do have the different type of heart and kidney. Sometimes we
Everybody.
do have the over riding of the aorta and the pulmonary. But in general, I'm saying that if you do have the 100 heart and 100 kidney, 90% of these are all the same structure, the same blood supply, but your neurons never ever single together or simple or similar together. No,
Wow.
you cannot show me two neurons are look like each other or similar to each other. Not at all.
Wow, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate for your time, and I hope to see
My
you
pleasure.
next time. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Appreciate. Thank you. Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too. So, Dr. Mitra Khorramshad from New York, and as usual, it's amazing conversation. I learned a lot. Please tell your friends. Come to togethernessmedia.com, and it's very important things, because you just watching some of our program and some of our TV show on our Instagram. Maybe 20% of our programs and TV shows is on Instagram. If you want to watch the others, or if you want to watch the whole episode, you need to come to our website and app. It's free. If you subscribe free, you can watch all of our programs for free forever, and I hope that you enjoy it. Tell to your friends, come to togethernessmedia.com and download our app with Android and iOS. Stay tuned. We are coming back after a short break.